quick. Okay, so to start with that question, Lana, about Shakeology. So basically, Shakeology is $129.95 a bag. Okay, that's a month's supply. I tell people 130 just because why do you need to so I'm like, it's $130 a bag. They can either get packets, so they can get a combo pack like you guys might have gotten in the past or before, or they can get a bag, but the bag has 30 servings and the packets only have 24. The only reason I think the packets are good is if they just are wanting to try different things and they don't know about the flavor yet. And they are handy for traveling, but to get like 6 or 7 less servings, I guess it's 6. If to get 6 less servings, I don't think it's worth it unless they just seriously want the packets, like because they want to try chocolate, strawberry, and vanilla or whatever it is, or there's barista. And you're going to learn this as you do the share a cart option. And Jamie posted a video about share a cart, and it's the most amazing thing. Like, this is a new thing that they've just came out with in the last, I don't know, 2 or 3 months, where you log into your Coach Online office, and I can share my screen and I can show you guys what to do. But the share a cart's so nice because you build everything. So like if they want a challenge pack, so the first thing you do to talk to somebody, you're like, they're interested. Let's say they're like, yeah, I want more information. So then I talk about the workout program first. I don't talk about Shakeology unless they bring it up first. So I'm going to narrow down on what kind of workout they like. Like, what do you like? What kind of workouts? Have you done any at-home programs in the past? Ask them some questions just to figure out like where they are. They might come out and just say like, I haven't worked out in 3 years, or whatever, I'm super out of shape. Like, there is no way I can do what you're doing. I had somebody tell me that today, and they're like, is 80-day obsession for beginners? And I'm like, probably the answer is no, but I didn't answer with that because I don't want people to think that they can't do something just because it's going to be hard. Because I'm not in the best of shape right now, and 80-day obsession is going to freaking kick my ass. But, oh, well, I'm going to do it. I'm going to push through it. I'm going to modify if I need to. And that's what I try to tell them, that, they modify everything. You can take it at your own pace, like that sort of thing. So, and make sure, and me and Jess talked about this, and I'll let Jess talk in a minute. Make sure you're giving them the tools. So I can sit here and I can tell you how amazing a program is, and I can tell you how amazing Shakeology is and what it's done for my family and blah, 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 which is good. You want to give them some insight on what it's done for you because they're trusting you. That's how they're gaining trust, by listening to you, and you're sharing your part of your journey and part of your story and just facts on what it's done for you. But you want to make sure you're using tools like videos. Videos are like so huge. All you have to do is go to YouTube. Don't overthink it. Go to YouTube, type 80-day obsession, pull the video from 80-day obsession promo. You want to pick like the video. You don't want to pick like an 80-day obsession video from somebody random. But like, you'll be able to tell that this is like a Beachbody video, that this is either the promo or this is like the infomercial or whatever. And you can tell by the views, like there's 123,000 views or there's 1 million views or whatever. It's usually the time. So you'll want to make sure you send those kinds of videos. So like, say you kind of get them interested in a program, and I know you guys don't know all the programs yet. The nice thing about Beachbody On Demand is that you don't have to narrow them down on a program because they're going to get every program. So that's the nice thing about it. You don't have to I used to have to try to figure out, okay, well, 21 Day Fix is probably your 21 Day Fix is probably your best option. Or you like to dance, okay, Country Heat or Size is your best option. Or you want to weight lift and cardio, you want a combination, well, Hammer and Chisel might be a good one for that. Or Body Beast is obviously the body lifting one, just on and on. But now you don't have to really do that. I recommend, I like to start most people with the 21 Day Fix if they literally have not worked out in like a few years. I think the 21 Day Fix is the best place to start. because it's 30-minute workouts. It integrates healthy, clean eating. There's a variety of exercises. So it's like they're going to get like total body, and they can focus, and it's only 21 days. So it's super, I feel like that's mentally helpful for them to just to know, like, okay, it's 21 days, it's 3 weeks. I need to do 21-day fix basically 3 times through, because that's 3 weeks. If you did the 7 workouts, obviously 3 times. So, so don't feel like you have to pick, like, as you guys go, you're going to figure this out. You're going to figure out which program's best for them. And so you want to talk about the workouts, and then the best way to say is, like, you get every single program streaming from any device for a whole entire year. Every program they've ever created, like over 3,000 different workouts. That's not 3,000 programs. That's 3,000 different workouts that they're getting for a whole year. And that would include any new program they come out with. So like Joel Freeman's coming out with a new program in a couple months, which is going to be awesome. They have access to that. As soon as it comes on, they have access. We used to have to order the DVDs, and every time we wanted a new program, we had to order the DVDs, and now they're just going to gain access to that. So that's like awesome. So you want to make a big deal about how much of a steal that $99 is for a whole entire freaking year, like, of programs. It's insane. I mean, they're going to pay how much for a gym membership, and they're probably not going to go half the time. I'm just saying. So, you know, you're going to talk about your accountability group, what your accountability group's done, and the encouraging positive women that are in there that are just like you. They're moms, or we are moms. We're trying to stay on track, and we share recipes, and we just share anything to get, you know, each other going. And I will say, like, we're getting ready to start our new group here Monday, and like, new groups are always super motivating. Right now, our group is just a little dead. Because that's just the way things go. At the beginning of things, people are excited about what they're doing, and they're really start off really strong, and our group's really good anyways. But I think it's sort of just kind of blah right now, because everybody needs a fresh start. Everybody needs a kickstart, and whether or not you're starting a new program or not, that's why we start new groups, because I think it just adds like some excitement. So anyways, you're going to talk about a workout program. You're going to talk about the $99 option. If they can't, the only reason they don't want the $99 option is if they cannot stream something, because their internet sucks. That's the only reason. Most of the time that's not the case, but around here, and I know around some of your guys' areas in the country and stuff, I'm sure people just can't stream very good. So that would be the only time you have to help them choose a program. And if you have trouble deciding, maybe you have somebody who's older and has like bad knees or bad hips, or you know, whatever the case is, like PiYo would be a good one for that person, or Country Heat, or something very low impact, or yoga. So make sure you just find out about them, what they need, and then branch off of if they're like, yes, the $99 option sounds like amazing, like, because if you break it down, it's like $8.99 a month. Like, come on. We waste $8.99 a freaking day on crap, you know? So if you just break it down for them, to let them know what a great deal they're getting, and the fact that they get calendars, they have structure, they get something to go off of, they get meal tips and blah, blah, blah. Like, they just get so much. So then you want to go into the fact that they can have for $60 more, they can get 30-day supply of Shakeology. So I just asked, like, I talked to somebody last night, and I just asked her, you know, would you be open to trying Shakeology? Like, have you tried it? Would you be open to using it for a month? And there is a 100% money back guarantee. So if something isn't right with, they drink the whole entire month's supply and they hate it and they think it didn't help and they whatever, they can have their money back. So that's nice. So you can throw that in there if you want. Honestly, I don't even really ever say that very often, unless they're super hesitant about not liking it. Simply because I just feel like everybody's going to like it. The only reason they're not going to use it is because they're probably not going to be consistent. Jersey. Because they just quit using it, or maybe they didn't try it enough to get like the right recipe, because it does take some time. My dog. Jersey, come here. Come here. Come here. Lay down. And so So basically, but Jessica just told me the other day, because I'm apparently, I don't know, like an idiot, because I didn't realize that they had the Beachbody On Demand 3-month quarterly challenge pack. So for $140, you can get, instead of a whole entire year for $160 in Shakeology, you can get a 3-month Beachbody On Demand all access and Shakeology for $140, which is a really good option just because it doesn't seem like as much of a commitment for people. Sometimes I think they're like, oh, a whole year, like, oh my gosh, what if I hate these? Or what if I'm locked into this? And I'm like, well, for 20 more bucks, you can have a whole year. But whatever. If $140 is more in their budget or is better, I have a new coach or a girl that's signing up, I think, very soon. And she's really tight on money. And I think that option is going to be the best for her. So you can what you can do is you can log into your Coach Online office. So teambeachbody.com or beachbodycoach.com. Both of those get you to the same place. You never want to send somebody to beachbody.com because beachbody.com has the same products, but it doesn't deal with coaches. If you send them to beachbody.com and they order, it's not going to go under you. You have to send them to teambeachbody.com or basically teambeachbody.com, but you're going to typically share the cart. So you're not just going to send them to Team Beachbody. But I'm just saying, like, sometimes as a new coach, you think that it's the same. And Beachbody is totally, like, it's the same products, but it just doesn't deal with the coaches, and it will most likely assign them a random coach. So the other thing I was going to say, so once you log in, you can actually look at the challenge pack options. You can see what they can get because there's so many options. Like I could sit here and talk. I'm not going to explain them all because it just would take too long for all of the options. But my point is, if I don't see the reason that they should buy Shakeology for $130 a bag initially without any program. They can, and I have people do it, and we have people do it all the time. But for $30 more, technically, however you want to look at it, if you want to say Shakeology is $130, for $30 more, they're going to get a whole year of Beachbody On Demand. So it's always just best to get them started on a challenge pack, but some people are going to be like, I don't want Shakeology, or I don't want a program, or blah, whatever. So you just do your best. You give them the tools, you show them what, you think is the best way to get them started. And it's ultimately, obviously, their decision. But if you build their cart for them and just show them, like, all you need is their email, and just watch the video. I'm not going to do it now because it'll take up time. And Jamie posted that share cart video. So just watch that because she explains exactly what to do. That way you build their cart for them, and then they most likely will check it out and they can see everything they get. Never just send them to teambeachbody.com, or I don't even use my website anymore. We have websites, but you really don't need them. I don't see any reason why you need them. Because you could send them to teambeachbody.com if they're adamant on looking at things. I just feel like it's overwhelming. And I'm not saying I've never done it, but I just think it's a little overwhelming for people sometimes. And that's why we talk to them, and like we call it kind of a consultation, because you're really just listening to them and figuring out what they need.
Well, I mean, we have different tools now. When I first started doing this, we didn't have, we always had the links, but, the share cart wasn't an option. So we just have different tools now at our disposal. But I do, just since we are all new coaches on the call, Tabitha, do they still need to finish their website? Because didn't I need that to rank? Don't you need to finish your website to rank advanced?
I don't know if that's a requirement anymore. I can find out. I just don't even send anyone to my website anymore. But it might.
No, and it is not. I mean, we'll figure it out and let you guys know. But I know I did have to have my website filled out in its entirety.
I don't know if that's the same, but yeah, you're right. To hit Emerald, it was just only to hit Emerald you had to have it filled out.
Right. I mean, it is nice, to show people if you yes, I have a legitimate website. This is my business website. That's totally fine. To get it all how you want it for people to see. But like Tabitha said, it is so easy to send them a link or do the share cart, unless you're me and the share cart hates me. But for everyone else, and even Tabitha, who did it on my phone, it worked just fine. So I don't know what. I need somebody to watch me do it, apparently.
Yeah, it's so nice because once you put the stuff in their cart, you have to have their email and their name. That's all you have to have. And it's silly because I send the email, but once you send the email, you can actually copy the link, and I do everything through Messenger pretty much. So instead of them like waiting on the email and going to their email, we're already talking through Facebook. So I'm like, here, I send it to the Messenger because I've been able to copy it. Then they literally can click on it and go right to it. So it's so amazing. It's so easy. It makes it just, because a lot of times you'd have somebody order the wrong thing. You're like, oh shoot, like that wasn't what you want. That's not what you wanted, because there's so many products and there's so many different ways to order stuff. The other thing I wanted to say, and we can branch out on that if you guys have questions. The other thing I wanted to say really quick, and then I can let Jess talk, is, and we talked a little bit about this on the call last night, but you have to get used to hearing the word no. And like I said last night, it doesn't matter. I don't care how long you've been doing this. I'll be a coach for 4 years in September, and I hear no, the majority of the time. But guess what? Most of those people that are no's turn into yeses, because I can count hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of customers that I have that have turned into yeses. And it just takes your time and consistency in posting and sharing and not giving up on them. And you'll have a lot of times people say to you, like, thank you so much, like, for not giving up on me. Thank you for, staying on my butt to do this, because where would I be if I'm so glad I said yes to this or whatever. And that right there is so rewarding in itself. So one of the things that Jamie told me at the very beginning when I first signed up, she said, stay in it, or stick with it for the ones that will. Stick with it for the ones that will jump in and will appreciate it, and they'll appreciate you, and they'll, that will light your fire. So just get used to that. Get used to sending out invites and being super consistent, but know that, like, I don't even know the percentage, honestly. It goes in spurts. There's days where I'm like, wow, I have like now I'm doing a new program and people are seeing it, and all the people that watch me and have been following me don't know about 80-day obsession because I'm not talking about it, because I haven't done it. So now that I'm doing a new program and they're like, oh wow, what's she doing now? This is different than before, or whatever it is, and maybe they're ready now. It's finally time for them. So they reach out to me, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, I have 5 people interested. Whereas like maybe I went for a whole week where I felt like I couldn't get a single person to jump. And sometimes you'll feel like defeated. Okay, I've been sending invites consistently. Nobody's jumping. Well, whatever. It could be a busy time. Whatever. It goes with this holidays and the seasons and May is a busy month, I feel like, for people with graduations, and I don't know what it is, but May just seems crazy for people. So, but you never know. So make sure you guys are going off of your list and continue to make your list. Don't prejudge. Don't assume that somebody won't do it, because honestly, the people that you think will do it won't. That's just the way it goes. At the beginning, I had all these people. I was like, oh, she'll do it. She'll do it. And then she did. Nobody like that I thought would do it did it. But again, they'll come around. So I'll let Jess talk if she has anything to say. Really quick though, I want to talk really fast about Emerald. So you want to be working to Emerald because you want to get to Emerald, because you're going to, I'm not going to explain it right now because it's confusing with the team cycle bonus. I'm not even going to go into it because I think we just need to focus on other things right now. But to get 2 coaches underneath you, you have 2 legs. This is all you need to know. It's you at the top, and then you have 2 legs. You have a right leg and a left leg. You have to get a coach signed up on each leg in order to hit Emerald. And so that will help you to team cycle bonus. Again, I'm not going to explain that now, but you want to just find people like you, people who want to change their life, people who want to make themselves a priority, people who want to get a discount. You may have to get a few people signed up just to try the products and get in your challenge group before they sign up to be a coach. That's typically the case. But you never know. If you know someone who's tried the products in the past and they love it, well, it's a perfect opportunity to ask them, as they're signing up, like, would you want to jump in and help others along the way with your journey? And you'll be so surprised. All you have to do is ask, and you'll be so surprised how many people want to join you because they didn't know the opportunity existed, and they didn't know that they could get a discount, and they didn't know this was such a thing as, helping each other and supporting each other and putting people in this group and that sort of thing. So just never assume that people aren't going to want to do what you're doing, because that is just the probably the worst thing that you can do as far as just not moving forward in your business, not believing in yourself, and not thinking that like there's no reason why you can't get 2 people to do what you do. Like if you set a goal and said, okay, in 30 days, I'm going to have 2 people underneath me. Like I have no doubt in my mind. I mean, I went Emerald in I think a week, maybe less, I don't know, but you can do it. It's just a matter of, you know, talking to people and consistently reaching out. So anyways, I think that's pretty much it, like for that stuff. And Jess, you go ahead and then we can maybe break down invites here in a little bit after you talk, if you have something you want to say.
I'm just trying, I didn't miss much of the call, right? I was just a couple minutes late. No. So you went over kind of the details of like how to share with people and that kind of a thing. Is there anything specific you wanted me to cover, Tabitha?
No, not really. I just, I wasn't sure if there's anything you wanted to say. Of what I
well, first of all, does anybody have any questions about what we've gone through? I know we kind of hit a lot kind of fast, and last night on the call, Tabitha went through a lot pretty fast, but she kind of broke that down tonight. Does anybody have any questions so far before I go on? No? Okay, so Tabitha, did you want to move on to invites then, or?
We can do that, and then we can have them ask questions at the end.
Okay.
So basically, I already said that, you know, you would reach out to people either off of your list or people that are liking your posts or people that are just stuck out in your mind. Like maybe you saw someone post something that said like they put up a motivational post, or they talked about maybe like their fitness journey, or they talked about whatever it was, and it stuck out and it pulled you on your heartstrings. It doesn't matter what it is. You can message them and just tell them, like, I think the best thing you can do is to just be honest with people and say like why you're messaging them. Like, hey, how are you? You know, I hope you're having an awesome day, or I hope you're having a good week. I just had to reach out to you because I saw your post, and I think it like takes so much courage for you to put that out there, whatever it was that they said. You know, I found it inspiring, and you're probably helping so many people with the post you just put up. And then you can either you can leave it at that and just start a conversation with them that way. Or you can say, you know, I love positivity in our groups. We run a fitness group each month. We do workouts. We motivate each other. We encourage each other. We share stuff that's working. Would you be interested? ? And then they're going to say yes or no, or they're not going to respond. And we can break that all down, but you've got to just send the initial message. And then, but it's so easy. That's why you got to keep up with posts. That's why you've got to keep up with sending things that are posting things that are about fitness and are just about clean eating and whatever it is, because it makes it an easy vehicle for you to invite. Because sometimes when I feel like I don't have any invites to put out there, well, maybe it's because I haven't posted in 2 days, and I haven't posted like a really good quality post to where I have like something to go off of. Because if someone likes your post, that means that they're watching you. That means they're sort of like, they're either patting you on the back, they're supporting you, or they're sort of interested in what you're doing, but they're not going to come to you. I'm just telling you right now, if you're waiting for people to come to you, you will have a few. You really will. You'll have a few people who are just like, you know, I think I'm ready, or whatever it is, or you motivate me so much, like I need to do what you're doing. But those are very few and far between, because naturally people aren't going to come to you. I wish it was that way, but if that was the case, we would all be, everybody would be doing this, and it would be super simple. But that's really what takes discipline, is for you to sit down, and we talked about power pockets last night, but don't feel like probably my biggest, like, not pet peeve, but like my biggest thing when people tell me is they don't have time. Because I'm like, I get it. I totally get it. You do not have time. None of us have time. Like, I'm freaking busy. Like, we're all busy. Everybody that's on this call is busy. But you don't have to devote. It's not like you have to sit down for a whole hour and devote to your business, because that's not realistic. It's not ideal. And it's not practical. So work in those 15-minute increments or 10-minute. If you have 10 minutes, you know, if you have someone on your mind that you've been wanting to invite, or you invited them 2 days ago and you know you need to follow up with them, just send a quick like, hey, how are you? I just wanted to check in. Like, are you still wanting to join our group? Because there is a time make it time sensitive, because it is. If your group starts Monday, these people have to order their stuff in time to get into it. And of course, they can still get into it when it's like, it's not like there's a deadline and they can't get in our group if they're a week late. It doesn't matter. You can add, like I could add people to the group right now, but I'm not going to because I'm going to wait till we start our new group. But I had people order yesterday that I have to add to the new group. So basically just send the invites. Don't overthink it. Don't like, if you feel like you need help, then we can like walk you through that part and help you send a sample invite. But basically just do what I said as far as in a variation. It doesn't have to be exactly how I said it, but just, hey, how are you? Like, thank you so much for liking my post. I appreciate the support so much. You know, are you doing any workouts currently? ? That opens the door. It opens the conversation for them just to say, no, I haven't. I really need something. Or, yeah, I go to the gym, but I've been slacking or whatever. And they can still do this from the gym because they can stream it. So there's never like, it's hard for them to just come out with a flat out no. There's always going to be some way for you to sort of like throw back in what, how they could incorporate this into their life, if that makes sense. And as you do this, you're just going to get better at it and you're going to feel more confident, but you have to do it in order to gain confidence and know that, you know, there's no wrong way unless you're just like, hey, I'm a Beachbody coach. Will you join me? That's like not working out. I'm telling you right now. Or like if you hashtag join me, Shakeology, blah, 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 then that just screams like network marketer, like salesman, you know. So you guys, a lot of that's common sense, but I know that when you jump in, sometimes you think that what you're doing and because you're excited about it, that other people will like join you simply because that's what so many network marketers do, that I think, because I don't care what you're selling, it's how you're presenting it, it's how you're sharing you, and they're buying you basically. They're buying Shakeology, they're buying a program, they're buying whatever, but they're buying you, they're investing in you, they're investing in your group, and they're trusting you. And so I don't know. So that's kind of how the initial invite would go. If they don't respond, then I like give them a couple days, make sure they're still on your list, and just reach back out to them like, hey, you know, I just wanted to check in. I wasn't sure if you saw my message, ? Which, you know, they saw your message because they read it and you see that. But you're like, you know, because sometimes my messenger acts up, or I have people say, well, my messenger's been funny. Now, whether or not that's true, I don't know. But you know, so that's an easy way just to kind of like throw it back out there. Like, and then if they still don't respond, okay, maybe let it go. And then I like to close it sometimes and just say like, you know, you know, hey, you must be super busy. Like, I don't want to bug you. I'm seriously not trying to stalk you, LOL, or whatever, because you're not trying to, but I just didn't want you to miss out on this group because it starts Monday. Are you still interested? And then, you know, if they still don't respond, you might just be like, hey, you know, I won't message you. I'll maybe check back with you in a couple of months. I hope you have a good day. Like, whatever. You don't have to do that, but that's kind of a nice way. And a lot of people will be like, oh, finally they'll get it. Like, oh, maybe I should respond to her and at least just tell her that this isn't the right time. But just, again, don't get discouraged because you're going to get a ton of crickets. Like, you'll get just where you send a message and nobody responds, and it's so normal. So then if they
for me, can I just say something real quick? For me, 9 times out of 10, when people ignore my initial message, I just kind of jump out there with the obvious and just say it. I'll just say, hey, I totally hope I did not make you feel uncomfortable at all with that invite to my group. I really just wanted to reach out and say, hey, and extend the invite. I like as simple as that. Or like, hey, I hope I didn't make you feel pressured at all with that invite. You know, just wanted to reach out and say hello and, you know, see if you might be interested. And I would say 9 times out of 10, I get people like, oh my gosh, girl, I'm so sorry. I read it and I didn't respond. Because, okay, so we know when you look at your messenger, you can see that people have read your message. People aren't like, we know that because we're building our business from that. So like, we would never want to look at a message and then be like, oh crap, I never responded. So we usually don't check our messages or our inbox or whatever until we're at a point where we can really focus on it. Well, most people aren't building a business online, so they're not thinking like we're thinking. And it took me a really long time to get that through my head, because I would like take it personally, like, oh my gosh, like, what if I made them feel uncomfortable or what? Well, so now I just say it. Like, I hope I didn't make you feel that way, because really I just thought of you and wanted to say hi and extend the invite. And then I think that just takes the pressure off for them. And they're like, oh gosh, no. Or, No, not at all. I've never had anybody say, yeah, I did feel uncomfortable, because I think even if I did make them feel uncomfortable, the fact that I am telling them, like, I hope I didn't, I think that just completely wipes it away for them. So that's opened the door for me to continue talking to people quite a bit. And I thought of something else, so I don't know if you had anything else to say about invites, because I thought of something else about posting. I kind of wanted to talk to them about, Tabitha, but I didn't know if you...
The only thing I was going to say is just, I do like to say sometimes, like, no pressure. Like,
Yeah.
I just simply, like, I would love to have you in our group. It's super fun. We are, like, working. I like to talk about results, because we really are striving for results for spring or summer or whatever, because we're focusing on results, and people want to know that, they're going to get, like, results. This isn't just, like, whatever. But
Yeah.
the other thing is, like Jessica said, just, like, say, I thought of you today because whatever. Like, just speak your heart and know that if they get offended, then it's in my opinion, this is like, you're offering a gift, you're reaching out to them. You're not trying to sell them something. You're fine if they did a free trial of Beach Party on me, fine with it. But it's the fact that we worry in our minds, like, okay, did we offend them, or do they think whatever it is, because we make this stuff up in our head as we message, because they didn't respond, and we're, like, watching our phone, like, oh my gosh, like, she's read it and she hasn't responded. Oh my gosh, maybe I should have said. And I mean, we do it, and Jessica's done it. Like, she's asked me about, oh my gosh, she screenshots it and sends it to me, and I was the same way.
Still today, I do it all the time.
Pretty much, but it's okay, but that means that you care. That means that you're not going to go about it the wrong way because you care. Like, if you didn't, you'd be like, I'm a Beachbody coach. Like, you should join me because I'm, like, amazing or whatever. And so you're not going to offend them just by simply asking them if they want to do home workouts in a group of moms who are struggling, who can't stay on track, who don't want to drive to the gym, and it's super convenient and you can lose 10 pounds in, 21 days. Like, who's going to really be like, oh, well, that rip, like, she thinks I'm fat. I mean, if they think that, then like, it's typically their own, like, whatever. But anyway, go ahead, Jess, about posting.
Well, and I usually, in my initial message, I usually like to mention something about them that I feel is true. So, like, I might say, like, I'd love another, like, kind and, uplifting person like yourself in the group, or I would love your, energy and positivity in the group. Because I'm not saying I wouldn't help somebody that's negative, because I would help anybody that asks for my help. But most generally, those are the people I'm going to seek out and notice on my social media to invite, because of how they present themselves and how they help other people, or how sweet and kind, or whatever it is, So I do like to kind of throw some of that stuff in there too, or if their humor, if they're funny, whatever. Like, I think if it's coming from your heart, like Tabitha said, that's the important thing. Like, you're leading with your heart and you're trying to help people. Because why did we start doing this? Like, we all started doing this for a reason, and it's because what we share with people gives people the whole freaking package. Like, we are teaching, yes, we love Shakeology, and maybe this is the wrong thing to say to a bunch of new coaches, but I love Shakeology, and I would be super sad to never have it in my life again. But the bottom line is, this company has also given me the tools in my life to continue to lose weight, because of how I've learned to eat and how I've learned to not, exclude things from my diet unless for some reason my body doesn't like them. It's just really honestly changed my life. I've been trying to lose weight since I've been heavy since I was in junior high. So this isn't anything new for me. Now, I know some of you maybe don't have that big weight loss transformation, but the same thing goes. Like, if you don't have a weight loss goal, then you have a strength goal, or you have a mental toughness goal, or you have some other goal. And that's the bottom line, is we can honestly offer people solutions to what their goals are. So, and for me, ingredients are super duper important. Like, I'm kind of a snob. Like, I will look at your shake and be like, nope, because look at that, and that. You know what I mean? So that's why I love this company, because the way they source, like, we didn't even have freaking vanilla until, like, how many years ago, because they wanted to find a source for their vanilla bean that they were happy with. And it took them a long time to find it. Like, So that, I mean, I don't want to go on too much about that, but that also is something that I share with people a lot because it's really, important to me that the company is very super picky about how they source and farm and produce their products, all of them. But one thing I wanted to talk about posting is when you post, is that me?
No, I think I got it.
Okay. Well, okay, so one thing posting, basically I want you guys to take the pressure off of yourselves and just share you. And maybe Tabitha said this already, but you're just sharing your life. You're sharing your lifestyle. You're sharing what's important to you. So it could be your kids. It could be like for me, it's my faith and my family and my fitness and my friends. I said my friends last, but I love my friends too. But we're sharing the things that we care about in our posts. It doesn't, you like what we learned at Coach Camp is like there is beauty in the ordinary. Like I think it's amazing when people have a huge moving story to tell. I'm not trying to discount that, but I also think it's pretty important to show that we're all like moms that are making this happen and working this into our life. Or even if you're not a mom, you don't have to be a mom or anything like that. It can just be, because like Tabitha said, everybody's busy. Like everybody is busy. And if you don't have kids, then you have something else that's taken up a big, huge priority in your life, whether it's your career or your family, or whatever it might be. So for us just to share a little bit of that every day, just a little tiny bit of it every day, share with them, what you're doing. It can be like, for me, a lot of times it's showing like a picture of my messy house because I will never forget, I had one of my friends that we had a baby around the same time. Actually, her baby was quite a bit older than, a few months older than mine, and we had gotten together for another friend's baby shower. And I was talking a little bit because I was really struggling with some postpartum anxiety. And I was talking a little bit, and she's like, oh my gosh, like, I didn't realize it was like that at your house. It just looks like you have it all together, on Facebook. And I just thought, oh my gosh, no. It's a hot mess express over here at the Service most of the time. It's actually a miracle that all my children are in the place where they should be. I'm not saying it out loud. But anyway, I started to share more of that real stuff, the mess, or I don't know, just whatever it might be, or the fact that I totally sucked it up today. And, that's okay because that happens. So I just don't want you guys to feel like, oh my gosh, I have nothing to share about. I don't know what to share. Just share whatever's on your heart, really. And, little bits like that every day are going to add up. Whether you're sharing on Instagram or Facebook or whatever it might be, you're going to gain your followers and your people, the people that you want with you. I just think it's so cool to see how you meet new friends and how you, put them in your fit family. I know that sounds silly, but I love it. Like we have our own little family, I feel like, in our groups. And I think it's just so cool how just sharing a little bit of your life every day and reaching out and inviting people to do what you're doing can bring you, like, it's brought me a coach from California, and it's brought me like a friend that I talk to a lot from Canada. And like Jennifer and I have been friends for how many years now, Jennifer? I don't even know, like lots of years. And now like we're doing this together, and it's just like so much fun. It just makes my heart happy. So I just kind of wanted to talk a little bit about that, because I know when you hear us talk about posting, you're like, ugh. I know when I first started, I'm like, I don't even want, like, I signed a new coach and I'm like, oh, but I don't want that to show up on my newsfeed. Like, I don't know. Do I want that to show up? And Tabitha's like, yeah, like tag yourself. You want that to show up. Like you just signed a coach. So be proud, and like, just remember, it took me a long time to get past the, I don't want to sell. Like it did take me a long time to get past that, because finally the switch flipped and I realized, like, I've got the whole package to share with people. And I'm so confident about that, yes, of course, I still have those feelings of, ooh, when I hit send and I walk away. Like we all still have those feelings. But if I could share a little bit about that, just knowing that I'm wanting to help somebody. I'm coming from a good place here, and I know it. And that's, I think, what's important. So, I don't know. I hope that helps. Sorry. I hope I didn't ramble on too long.
No, that was good. No, and it's so true. It's like hard for people to see that this is so much more. I try to explain that to people, and I try to post that and show that through our posts, like from Coach Camp and from different events that we go to, because it isn't, if you're signing up to be a coach just because you want to make a ton of money right away and you want to sell Shakeology, and you like, I don't know, it's just, you have to have a mindset of, this is going to change me. This business for me has just changed me through and through, like in a million ways. Our family, my mindset, the fact that, you're not married to what you chose. Like I chose a career and it was good and it's fine, but you're not like, doesn't have to be your life for the rest of your life. And most of us like to help people, whether or not you went into that field, a career field, but most of us just genuinely like to help people. Like who doesn't? And when you help someone lose 50 pounds, or you guide them and cheer them on and they end up losing whatever, and it's not even about the weight, it's just about like the fact that maybe they didn't believe they could do it. Maybe they didn't even believe they could get through. Maybe they've never finished a program, or they've never worked out in their whole entire life. They were never athletic, and they don't know the first thing about fitness, but you showed them how to eat better, and in turn they feel whatever better, and they just changing lives. Like it's just amazing, and that's what the company stands for. And I think that's why I love it too, because I don't think there's another company who genuinely cares about, it's not about sales, it's not about when you go to live events, they never ever I have never heard them say anything about like we're $1 million or $1 billion industry, or we're our sales are down, or like they never talk about that, because that's not the point of this. And so I don't know, I could go on and on about that, but you just you gain so many things from this opportunity. And that's what I try to like show people when I invite to the coaching opportunity. But honestly, a lot of people won't get it at first, and they won't. And that's why I want you guys to understand that it's so much more than just adding someone to a challenge group, doing workouts, and losing weight. Like it's just so much more. Because like Jessica said, the friendship and meeting people and connecting with people, and like even Jessica and I, like we knew each other a long time ago, but we hadn't talked for a long time. And this like brought us together, and like, she's like my bestest friend. And so it's just amazing. So if you guys hang around and you guys just, learn and grow with us and hang out. And I really wanted to talk about Summit super quick, because right now the tickets are on sale. And I know we talked about this a little bit, but they're on sale until April 30th. They're $165. We have hotel rooms. I'm pretty sure we have hotel rooms covered for like at least 4 to 5 people, because Jamie has a room and Jessica has a room. And then Linda and Danielle, who are a couple of my coaches in my downline, they have rooms. So it's $165 to go. It's June 21st, 22nd, and 23rd. And I'm just telling you, if you can make the investment, if you can spare the $165, and you're going to split a hotel room for 3 nights, which is going to cost you like $30 a night, maybe. It's super cheap. And then of course you're going to eat a little bit. You're going to maybe have a few drinks or whatever. But you are going to gain, just a couple. You're going to gain, like, I can't even tell you how important, and this is in Indianapolis. I didn't even say that. But it's in Indy this year, which is close for us, Illinois people. But I'm serious. Like, it will change your business. It will change your life. And when you look around and you see all these people that are doing exactly what you're doing, and you realize how big this is, and you realize how amazing this is, and that this is like a freaking huge deal. And then you're going to hear from the most amazing speakers, the top coaches that have, been in this a really long time, or coaches that haven't, but they have like some stuff to train on, and it's just good stuff. And it's super fun if you can stay with like the fellowship, fellowship of the team. That just makes it so much more fun. I think you gotta like you guys jumping on these calls. This is like where it's at, because we've had so many coaches, who that you just never see them on a call, and you just can't, if you, what you focus on grows. So if you guys like focus on this, and you make the team calls a priority and all that kind of thing, you're gonna like, your business is gonna move forward. There's no doubt about it. So does anybody have any questions? Because I don't want to keep you guys, because I went a little longer than I thought we would. But you guys also, I want you to know that, like, we have several people on our team and we're trying to get new people involved. So we're sending invites, and sometimes we don't mean to ever like not check on anybody. But if you need help, you just reach out. Like, never think that you're alone. Never think that, oh my gosh, I can't do this because I just don't have the support or whatever, because like I feel we have a super supportive team and we're here to help anybody. Sometimes you might just have to say like, hey, just because sometimes, how it is, life gets busy, and we are trying to help all y'all. So does anybody have anything though that you want to say, or any questions like about invites or anything? The tracking too, I was going to briefly talk about the tracking. You can use pen and paper, you can write on a notebook, you can literally just write names down, and you can have a calendar. And if someone says that they are going to order on Monday, you write their name on Monday. Or if they say, no, check back with me at the end of May, because that's when I blah, 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 then write their name down at the end of May in your calendar, so you know to go check on them. That's an easy way to track so you don't forget about people. The other thing is the Go for No, which I freaking don't think I have one like handy. Does anybody have one, Jess? Probably not. Maybe she does. Okay, so the Go for No, like we talk about it, it's amazing. It's 100 squares. It's super simple. It's a sheet of 100 squares, and you write names in each square. You write one name in each square. These are, if you fill up that Go for No with 100 names each month, you're going to hit Success Club. There's just like no, in my opinion, there's like no doubt about it. In my sheets, I don't know where they are, but they're in they're in our team page. If you guys want one of those trackers, there it is. So that's just a super simple way to write, like, basically you're going for the no, because no turns into a yes. So the idea is to like go for the no. How many no's can you get? Because like eventually you're going to run into somebody who wants to do it. So that's an easy way. Like, it's super simple. This is like this is not hard. It's all about consistency, and it's all about just not giving up and continuing, and like, just perseverance through all the no's that you're going to get. So hopefully that helps you guys, but I think that gives you like enough to get started. You want to figure out like what your goal is. And a couple of you, I need to send the goal sheet to, that I have, and I can send it to Jess's coaches too. But you just kind of want to know, like, do you want to get your product paid for? Is that your first goal? Or do you want to make $100 a week? And so we'll talk about those goals. My coaches, I'll talk to you guys about those goals, and Jess will talk to hers. And that'll just kind of help you to know, like, okay, do I need to reach out to 5 new people every day? Or, whatever, just talk to new people each day. Don't worry about the number, but just make sure you're reaching out to new people each day. And then we can narrow down, you'll know, okay, if I want to improve, or I want to go farther, then maybe I need to reach a few more people. Like, you'll just know when you can push harder, or when you need to maybe like push a little harder. But don't be stressed if you feel like one day you like can't, because it's freaking busy. And some days I don't get to work as much as I wanted to. And that's okay. You pick back up the next day and you try to knock out a couple invites, and then you just do what you can in those power pockets of time. Does anyone have anything at all to say or questions? And Lana, I'll help you with Aaron, okay, with getting him his bag of Shakeology, whatever he wants. We can talk about that. Okay, you guys, I'm going to post this recording. I'll be talking to you guys, and thank you for jumping on. I hope that helped everyone. And reach out if you have any questions, or post them in our team page. Everyone in there so welcoming. You'll get some answers in there too. If you ever just like feel like, hey, I don't know what to say to this person, screenshot the message and send it to me, or put it in the group, and you'll get people that will help you respond, and I will help you respond. I'm pretty quick to answer my phone. So that's just an easy way for you to not second guess what you're saying. And not that what I say is right, but it just reassures you in the way that we answer, like, okay, this is what I would say. And that just helps you to know, like, okay, yeah, that. Kate, did you have something?
Yeah. How do we buy tickets for our summit, or where do you go? How do we find that?
If you go to if you log into teambeachbody.com, log into your account, and if you go to the FAQ if you scroll to the very bottom, there'll be an FAQ like little tab thing. Hit that, click that, And if you type in the search bar, Summit 2018, you'll get a thing that'll come up. You click that, and then you'll see like where you can buy a ticket. There's a couple different ways to find that, but that's the easiest way I can think of to get you right there. And like I said, they're on sale for $165. Am I right about that? I'm pretty sure. $165 until April 30th. And they're normally like $300. And so like Aaron and I, my husband's going with us, so we have a room, but like we will take whoever like wants to go. Like anyone can ride with us, and we can carpool, and it's only 3 hours from like my house. So Kate, you can ride with us if you want to. And then, like I said, we have, I think, 3 hotel rooms, and we always stayed 4 to a room. I feel like 4 to a room is like not a big deal. That's just my opinion. And it makes it super cheap and reasonable. So really quick, the schedule is Thursday night is when the opening ceremony starts. So I'm going Wednesday, but you don't have to. I'm staying Wednesday night. I don't know why. We just always go to on Wednesday, but you don't have to be there until Thursday at like 7 p.m. I think 7 or 8. And that's when they announce the new products. That's when they like have some of the trainers on stage speaking. But there's like 30,000 people like at this event. And there's like 400,000 coaches, but usually about 30,000 of them will go to the summit. And so then Friday, you're in like a training session for like most of the day. And then Friday night, they'll do their opening like party. And then Saturday, most of the day you're in training. And then you do like their closing ceremony. But anyways, it's just packed full. It's kind of exhausting because you get your freaking money's worth. I'm just going to tell you, like you get so much information. It's amazing. So yeah, did you have anything else? Did that answer it, Kate, for you? Okay. And we can talk more details about that, but if you buy your ticket, just tell me so that I know, so we can arrange the room situation. But it's and you can write it off. So like you want to write off anything you spend on your business. So if you make over, in the state of Illinois, I think if you make over $700, you have to write off, or you have to, whatever, take taxes out. So you want to write, like that ticket's a write-off. Your gas expenses, if you go out to eat with somebody, if you, your phone bill, you're working your business from your phone, your internet, you write all that off. You can write off your Shakeology. You can write off all your products you're using every single month. You can write off, like if you bought something to wear to an event, you can write it off. Like it's insane, the write-offs. So keep that in mind too, that any investment you put into your business, you can write it off. So just keep track of that stuff. And hotel rooms, like when you guys stay in the hotel, like you're going to write all that off. So it's pretty cool. Okay, you guys, well, that was good. We'll talk soon. We'll do a call. Well, I don't know. I think we're going to do a call Monday night. We get back from Mexico, so I'm not really sure. I might have Jessica Survivey running that call. But I'll keep you posted about that. But let us know if you have any questions, and maybe start your day tomorrow, or at some point in your day tomorrow, send 3 invites. It's like just 3. Shoot them out. Like just ask the question and ask them if they want to do a workout program with you, if they want to focus on, getting results for summer, if they have any fitness goals and that sort of thing, and just go for it. Okay, I'll see you guys later. I'll post this recording for everyone who didn't get to see it. Bye. See ya.